Welcome to A Mess in the Kitchen, the podcast all about demystifying home cooking. I'm Molly Cat, a food and travel writer who loves to cook, but is only so at it. My co-host Dusty Kugler is a former food stylist, caterer, and food fanatic that always makes cooking look effortless and somehow manages to clean up after herself in the process. We talk recipes, cooking, tips and techniques, our favorite kitchen gear, mishaps, and successes. We believe eating good food at home doesn't have to be so complicated, and if you screw up, who cares? That's why God invented frozen pizza. Here's the show. Dusty.
Yeah.
Guess what time it is?
Our time.
It is our time.
I try to come up with something new every time, and I can't. But I thought about it on the way here today.
Did you? Welcome to A Mess in the Kitchen, where we talk about food and stuff. And today, guess we're talking about leftovers.
Yeah.
Leftovers. Everyone's favorite. Do you love leftovers or do you not?
So I didn't.
Oh.
Kind of like tomatoes. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But now I do.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't love them.
Yeah. Well, I get that. Don't you have a kid? Does Hattie not like leftovers?
Yes. So Prentice used to be the king.
Oh, yeah.
Of leftovers.
The king of leftovers? Oh, you said he used to drink cold soup?
Yes. Split pea soup in a, not even heated up in a thermos in a car. Why? Why would you ever do that? Isn't that nasty?
It is. It's like, do you not have
a
mouth?
Yeah, but after, I don't know what happened, but that switched. And Hattie, not big on the leftovers. Pizza, sure.
Obviously.
Rafferty will eat anything these days, except for like mushrooms. But
yeah, so I'm kind of in a spot where I don't even like to make anything that can't be leftovers.
Meaning it's great to cook one and then heat up the next day and then order out the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Because
and then have leftovers.
Yes, exactly. I don't like, because I feel, I don't know, I cook a lot, but I also, have little kids and I'm tired all the time. So if I'm going to take the effort, put in the effort to make a meal, I want to have it more than once.
Yeah.
Especially because we were at home all the time. I want to be able to have something for lunch.
Yep.
Or dinner the next night.
Not just a sandwich.
No.
Yeah, I get it.
No. So I don't want to put in all of the effort to be like, ugh, and I'm not going to eat that again tomorrow because it'll be gross. Like, seafood.
As your kids, as your kids get older, just from experience, I'll tell you, you just make more all the time just because everyone's eating at different times.
Yeah.
So now you're all home at the same time. But I think I'm guessing it right when your kids don't eat what you and Josh do all the time.
Oh my God. It's so annoying. And I don't know what to do about it because I feel like people are like, oh, don't make two meals.
Love it. Sorry.
I mean, I don't want to make two meals.
I love it so much that they're like, no.
I know.
No.
Well, but what's really good is that I'll just make whatever our dinner is and usually give them a little bit of it, like some of the components, not necessarily all mixed together. But then they request this thing called
ketchup?
Yes, but we call it a poo-poo platter.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Totally get that.
So,
though you are setting yourself up for failure by giving it a fun name and then requiring that you do it every night at dinner.
I don't do it every night. I just do it sometimes. So I have some
what's on the poo-poo platter?
Okay, so I've got like
leftovers? No.
Sometimes we'll do leftover mac and cheese.
Okay.
Leftover rice.
Oh, okay.
Boring things. But usually I'll take like a plastic. Okay, when you get takeout and it's got a couple, like you'll have a one big area and then like a couple smaller areas, like you get like
like a tray
or something. Yeah, like a tray.
Yeah.
So I just have saved some of those, and so that's
fun.
their preference. And then I'll put like fruit in it, or carrots, or cucumbers. And then like leftover rice, or mac and cheese, or turkey, and ketchup,
roll-ups or whatever. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, so, makes sense. And how are they with eating some of the new stuff? Are they easing into it, or they're like,
no? Well, I don't know. Arlene ate a cucumber last week.
Oh, did you put a lot of salt on it? That helps.
You know what? I didn't put any on it, but I did think about it, so it's almost the same thing.
Kind of.
I'll try that. I'll try that tonight.
Garlic salt. It helps tremendously.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like my go-to when someone comes over unannounced. I'm always like, oh, I have to have something sitting out here. So I just cut up cucumbers and put garlic salt. And they're always like, this is amazing. Like, how is that amazing? It's just a cucumber.
Yeah, but
it's salty and garlicky.
And wet.
There's a tip for you, listeners. Don't say I never told you nothing.
So,
okay.
Do you have any like go-to things to make your leftovers less like meh?
Well, yeah, sauce always helps.
Yes, always.
So I'll say from our cookbook, the chicken pan chicken, whatever that thing was, the sheet pan,
the sheet pan chicken shawarma thing,
whatever. The sauce we made for that was killer. So I made a bunch of it. And so I like that.
This is from the Defined Dish, by the way. Alex Snodgrass.
Yes, which we kind of ripped on, but maybe not. It's more about interpretation. We'll just go with that. Yeah.
But that sauce is good.
That sauce is good. It's like a yogurty, right? Tahini. Maybe there's no yogurt in it. I don't really remember.
I don't think so. It's tahini, which is like a sesame seed paste.
It's like consistency of hummus, but total seedy.
A little bit
waterier
than hummus.
Oh, yeah. But if like the top is watery, it's kind of like that separation thing, but not in a bad way.
Yes.
Okay. So sauce. I like the green. I've told you this a million times. The green sauce from Trader Joe's.
Not Zoog.
That's
what it's called.
I know, but I don't like that.
I haven't had it because I have never been able to find it.
I'm going to send you a photo of it.
The dragon sauce or whatever.
I think it's green dragon sauce. It is so good because it's peppery, but it's not so hot that you can't eat it, and you can still taste the flavor of everything. So when I was saying I make extra because everyone eats at different times, I still do that even though no one lives with me soon, except for Prentice and me. Because then we'll make bowls or we'll make salads. Mostly lately bowls because Prentice is like he likes the quinoa and brown basmati rice and all that kind of stuff, and it's so easy. So
so if you have leftover like chicken and vegetables,
roasted vegetables
or whatever, you just add in.
Yep, we do that a lot. Or grilled stuff.
Yeah, and then put the sauce on top. That is one of mine too.
Sauce makes it.
I said condiments. So one thing I do, which is it's a good cheat, is get the Sir Kensington sauces. So they have they're called everything sauces.
Where might I find those?
I got them at Trader Joe's, or not Trader Joe's. That's probably not a place where you buy them.
Yeah,
Whole Foods.
Erase that, Beth. Rewind.
Whole Foods, and I like because they're in a squeeze bottle.
Wait, Sir Kensington?
Yeah, remember with the mustache, they have the ketchup. Remember when I did that?
Oh yeah.
Temporary tattoo on my tramp stamp. We were at a food event. It was funny at the time.
Long story.
But so you can just kind of do like a little drizzle of that.
Oh, okay.
Also, like a good squeeze of lemon juice.
That's a good one.
Or chop fresh herbs.
Yeah. Or one thing I like to put on a lot of things, radishes. And cucumbers. Just something to make it crunchy. But the radish, not only are they good, but I know a lot of people don't like that, but they look good.
They do look good, especially if you make them into little matchsticks.
Yes, or cut them super, super thin. Like
paper thin.
Yeah.
Like a paper thin circle.
Yeah, I like those. I think that like gives it a little bit of different texture.
Yeah, especially if you're making like a bowl or something or
or a soup or chili. I put it on there too.
Oh yeah.
Just gives it a little
tacos too.
A little crunch.
Even.
Yeah. Why not?
Along with that, so okay, I feel like summertime is the worst time for leftovers, kind of, because
well, not if you go dinner to lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you and Josh are grilling burgers, I'm not really a burger leftover person.
I know.
Except for if it is like the most amazing burger with the best bun. You can't heat it up. You have to eat it cold. If you heat it up, it's completely ruined.
Yeah, I know. I mean, here's the thing. I will totally eat a leftover burger, and I'm kind of with you that I would prefer to eat it cold.
But not by itself. Like just a cold circle of burger makes me want to throw up. Like, cold hamburger.
Yeah, it's. I still think summer leftovers are not my favorite because I feel like so much of it is like salady and kind of fresher. But when you move into fall and winter foods, if you do like more stews and soup and that kind of thing, or like
I still make that in the summer.
Do you?
I do.
I should though, because I'm kind
do.
of like summer food is sort of
Yeah, well,
not
grilling.
my fave.
But what about like if you grill corn or you do corn and then you cut it off and you put it in salad, or you put it like, I do a lot of like with pork or beef or turkey or chicken or whatever, or shrimp tacos like you were saying, and then or enchiladas, and just use all that stuff in there and then put radishes and cabbage on the top. I don't know. I kind of make some hot food in the summer.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess like tacos would be a good one. But
Yeah,
I pretty much know. I mean, I'd make like thrice the amount of food that I'm going to eat that day, so I can have it later.
Oh, in the winter, you mean?
I mean, all the time, really.
Well, yeah, if you think about soups too. Who on this earth can make soup for one?
I mean,
can you? I bet you could.
You could, but it'd have to come out of a packet, and then you just add some boiling
That's
water.
one thing I can't deal with. I don't like canned soup or packety soup.
Oh, I don't like canned soup either.
It's weird and gelatinous.
I agree.
Do you think it has gelatin in it? Let's look at the label.
Probably. Well, yeah, because a lot of broth has.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does.
Well, when you think about how you make broth, you like are boiling bones.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's not think about it.
Okay.
Rewind that too. But canned soup is weird.
I agree.
Though, there is one thing you can do with canned soup and leftovers.
What? Hot dish?
Yes, of course. Look, I wrote it here.
Okay, tell me about it, because I don't make a lot of hot dishes.
Well, I got this recipe not from Kelly Lanesbury, but we made it together.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I did get it from her. Whatever. It is cream of chicken, which is really the ugliest soup.
Yeah.
It's like kind of yellow with weird chicken bits, kind of like when the Campbell's chicken noodle soup when you're little, and there was always like one weird fat thing on the square of chicken. You know what I'm talking about? I'm like, what is that? But... It's kind of white. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm going to find a photo of it. It's super weird. You know how they're perfectly square?
Square, yes. It's
but
weird.
There's sometimes a little bit of skin on it, I think. It's so gross. Anyway, cream of chicken has those in there too. So, rotisserie chicken, or if you grill chicken, anything you have left over, put it in the, what is that big thing that you just plug in and don't pay attention to?
Crock pot?
Not that one, the other one. One pot.
Instant
pot? There we go.
Okay.
Instapot, same. Anything you do with chicken, and it's like an enchilada bake.
Oh.
And it is so naughty and real good because it's just cheese, that creamy soup, chicken, and tortillas. Oh, and maybe green chilies.
So wait, maybe is it something that, how is that a hot dish?
Because you take the tortillas and you cut them, like you take a bunch of tortillas.
Okay.
I will give you this recipe because I have it. I'll take a picture
of it. But we won't share it with our listeners. Just kidding.
I think we should.
No, we will.
This is a good one to give to people who have like funerals or babies, because you can cut a square of it at a time and heat it up.
Okay. All right.
Know what I mean?
Yes.
Anyway, so you take the tortillas and you cut them with scissors or a knife. So much easier with scissors.
Yes.
Of course, I tried to do it 5 at a time. Doesn't work. Just do one at a time. And they're in like strips. And then you mix it all together.
Oh, so you like, mix the tortilla, like
the chicken, the tortillas. I think it's green chilies. I don't know. I'll send you a photo because it's in my orange, my orange folder with all my recipes.
Okay.
It's in there. I'll also send you a picture of that.
Okay.
I think you'll enjoy it.
I like it. Kind of granny-ish in a good way.
Yeah, but then you put maybe cheese on top. I don't remember. It's really good though. And then you broil it for like the last 2 minutes, so it's like.
But you make it in an Instant Pot?
No, I was talking about any chicken or beef. Not beef, chicken or pork.
Okay, so you mix it all in a dish, put it in the oven, and then broil it.
That's just one of those leftover hot dishes you can use.
Yes, that's good.
There's always some.
Well, and one of the things I have on my list for ways to make leftovers better are if you add something crunchy on top, what you were saying with radishes, but also like Fritos.
Yeah.
Chips.
Hello.
Nuts sometimes, or like cornflakes if you want to get real Midwestern.
Oh, yeah. Yummy. I like those cornflake potatoes.
Me too.
Aunt Donnie potatoes. They're so good.
Aunt Down,
yeah. Pastas. Pies.
Oh, using leftover chicken and stuff for pot pies or pasta.
Breakfast.
Egg bake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egg bake.
Yeah, you can like take, if you have leftover tacos, literally just mix in eggs and cheese, put it in your oven for 40 minutes covered with tinfoil and...
Yeah, or put them in a burrito, scramble some eggs, put them in there and put them in the oven. Yummy. Do it.
What do you think makes for the worst leftovers?
Seafood.
Me too.
Period.
Yeah.
Never. And a cold cheeseburger if you warm it up. You just have to eat it cold. Because think about deconstructing it in the correct way to be able to heat it up that it tastes the same. First of all, the meat's not going to taste the same.
It never will taste the same.
No, but then you always have like a pickle or lettuce on there. You can't put that in the toaster oven.
No.
You can't really peel the bun off the top because it rips.
Yep.
So just eat it cold. It's not as good, but it's good.
It's kind of good in like a bad way.
Especially if you're hungover.
Yeah.
Then it's good.
It's
not that
good.
I would know that.
No.
But I'm just saying.
Well, it's sort of good like
You'll eat
cold
anything.
Chinese food is good and cold pizza is good.
As long as the cold Chinese food isn't gelatinous.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. No, you got to do like noodles or... Noodles are good.
What do you think that is?
What?
The weird Jell-O stuff. Is it?
Yeah.
I just never think about it.
No, don't.
Ever.
Don't
Yeah, no.
ever.
But you know what I mean. You'll
Yes.
open 3 of your boxes and 2 of them look really good. And the other one, you're like, ugh.
It's like, why is this wiggly?
Garbage.
Well, you got to warm that one up. And then you got to not think about it.
I don't think that that's possible for me.
That's true. Also, obviously, salads usually not good leftover.
Well, I agree
Except
with you.
for green salads.
Yes.
Unless they're made with kale.
Yeah, those will stick. But you
For
made
a
a
day.
salad. You made a salad that I didn't like because it had salmon in it. But it was good the next day.
Oh, wait. When did you have that?
At your house.
Oh,
It was from the day before.
yeah.
Because you were like, you have to try this.
Oh, yeah.
And it was still really good.
Yeah,
Except for I just picked around the salmon.
Yes, it's the original chopped salad. I talked about it
That's
for like 40 minutes on a
Yes.
previous episode about salads.
That's why I had to try it.
I really like that one. I'll eat
Yes.
it leftover.
We all know. Yeah, potato salad, pasta salad.
Yeah.
But those aren't really like salads.
No.
No, but kale does hold up.
Um,
Never
and-
spinach, ever.
No, spinach is barely even good the first time.
I know. It
Why-
gives you that weird thing on your
I
teeth, doesn't it?
know.
It's like waxy
And
somehow.
then why is it when it starts to look like wet?
I know.
Ick.
It's so gross. That weird dark green
Yes.
slime. Why?
I don't know. I pretty much, I feel like, okay, so my dad is so sweet. However,
But,
but he so often will bring groceries to our house, which is nice, but he brings a lot of, yes,
right?
yes,
Costco.
and a lot of spinach. Which I'm like, first of all, when you have to open up that clamshell, I'm like,
Stinks.
don't want it. Yes, it stinks. I don't want to open it. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like picking out all the bad ones. And then
know.
what I usually do is just stick it in the freezer and
Oh.
then like in a bag
Oh, smart.
and then just put like a
Put it-
handful into eggs or
Oh.
put a handful into a smoothie or
that is a
enchiladas.
great idea. See, I do them all. If it even starts to look like it's turning, I can't do that anymore. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and it never comes in a small bag.
No.
It's that big box and that big ass bag. Why?
Yes. I don't know.
Must be cheap. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's even kind of turning,
Oh.
I'm like, goodbye, bag, freezer.
Yeah, but at least you're putting it in the freezer. That's good. I've not thought of that.
Yeah.
Learned something today. I'm going to try
Mhm.
that.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to like steam it or do something first, but I do not. I just put it right in.
So speaking of freezing, are there any other leftovers? I do have some rules about that. I know you probably
Okay.
find that hard to believe.
No,
but
it's
what
funny
do you?
because I put on my like notes here. Do you like to freeze leftovers?
What do you mean? Like,
Like, do you
make
ever
a
think-
whole lasagna and then freeze it? Or,
Yeah, that or like
freeze it after the meal more than once?
mm,
Give me an example.
Okay, so say you make a big ass thing of chili.
Yes.
Okay, and you put half of it into a container and put it in the freezer.
Not typically.
Yeah.
Unless I know that, let's say, I'm going to visit one of my kids and maybe I should bring something. Or, in like,
Yeah.
I'm just weird about it because it changes the texture of
Oh.
some things.
Yeah.
And I will, if I use the chili for like nachos,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, I'm never going to get a bag out and thaw it out and eat it for a meal. I'm not.
No, me neither.
I
don't,
never
I
had
don't
to when I
like-
was a kid. My dad ate everything. My dad ate leftovers for like 4 days. Now he's like the fridge police. He's like, that's been in there for 2 days. Throw it out. Salmonella.
Oh, God.
That mayonnaise been in here for a month. Throw it out. I'm like, what happened to you? It's like the body snatchers came and took it. I do not understand. I'm like, okay, well.
I'll put stuff in the freezer, but that's where it goes to die because I'll never remember it's in there. And then I'm like.
That is kind of hard. I've been really good about labeling things. So like what I do freeze, this is what I was asking you, is I guess it's technically left over, but not leftovers. Like if I make that chicken and black beans that I was telling you about, I'll send you that recipe. I have a lot of recipes to send you.
Okay.
Sorry. I only use half of the tomatoes sometimes. And then I know I will use those tomatoes in chili. So that I'll freeze. But not like a
completed dish.
Like I know people who fucking freeze spaghetti. Would you ever do that?
No. No offense.
Can you imagine what that noodle tastes like?
Yeah, like rubber.
like
like mealy
mush.
Rubber mush junk crap.
Yeah, no. So I guess I'm a no on the freezing.
Yeah, I'll freeze components.
Same, like cut the corn off the cob.
Yes.
Or if berries are looking like they're going to almost go like getting soft, then I'll throw those in the freezer and then I'll use those for a smoothie. But I haven't done that with spinach yet. I'm going to.
I gotta do it.
It's
good. What's the best leftovers?
Pizza or chili. Sometimes I like chili the next day better.
Yep, agreed.
Soup.
Or like a bolognese sauce.
Oh yeah, sauce. Yeah, pasta sauce. Definitely chili, soup. That tortellini soup, another Kelly specialty.
Okay, well you have to give us a recipe for that too.
Oh, it's good. It's got Italian sausage and cheese tortellini.
Oh,
beef broth, which is weird.
Yep,
I think you've had it at my house with carrots.
I have had it at your house.
That's a goodie. You can't have it too many days because then the tortellini is weird.
Gets mushy.
Yeah, mushy
mealy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Well, me neither. And speaking of fans, that has nothing to do with what I'm about to say. We should take a quick break.
Okay.
And we're back.
and we never stopped.
Okay. Okay, back to leftovers. Producer Beth has a great question, which is WTF do you do with all those bananas?
Yeah, because that happens to everybody. I feel like you buy a bunch, even if you buy 3, you still always have one. You're like, oh, it's brown.
I know, because it's always such a guessing game at the store. You're like,
I know.
It's like you have to be a psychic to know when you're going to want those bananas and when those bananas are going to be ready.
That is true. And Beth had mentioned that she has a boatload of frozen bananas in her freezer, as do I.
As do I, which, by the way, do you peel them first before you freeze them?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah, you do not? No.
Oh.
That's hard.
Because then they were like slimy and you kind of have to guess what is the...
They have to be perfect in order for you to peel them after they're already frozen. And then 9 times out of 10, it's a slimy mess all over your hands.
Yes. So I peel them first and then put them in a bag.
So besides banana bread, which they are really good for, but you have to thaw it. You can't obviously put your frozen banana in there. And when you thaw it, it also is a black, slimy, watery mess. So you have to drain out the excess water. If you don't, your bread will never turn out. Mine never has. It's like it takes forever for mine. Like I stick that knife in, I stick the toothpick in,
skewer or whatever.
It's like way too moist. It can't set, and so then the bottom sticks to my pan. I'm like, mother trucker, why does it happen every single time? So last time, drained off the water, worked.
That's a good tip.
Could have been a fluke. Yeah. Try it out, everybody.
All right.
That's what worked for me. But they're really ugly when they thaw out.
Oh, God. They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say my top things are banana bread and or muffins. And then also smoothies.
Yeah. What else? What else could you do?
Well, some people make
pudding.
Have you seen those banana? It's like banana ice cream where you just take
the
bananas
so good.
And like mash them up.
Okay.
And freeze them probably with, I don't even know what.
What, like cream and sugar?
Well, of course, I've
Salt?
only seen them on
Oh, an
like
Instagram story or something?
Yeah, or like
let's try that.
what?
Let's
Making
try it.
banana ice cream?
Yeah.
Banana-based ice cream, and we'll talk about that on our next episode.
Well, I don't want to mess our cookbook mojo.
I think it'll be fine.
But it's hot out. Not that it'll be hot out when this comes out, though.
No.
Will it?
Well, maybe if you live in Florida.
It's summer here. Shh. Sorry. Erase.
Ear.
It's my favorite season.
Oh, God, I hate summer.
I love it. Anywho, bananas.
Yeah, we'll have to... Beth, I like this question. We'll have to look up some more banana
Milkshakes.
things.
And you like milkshakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a goodie, actually. Because if you guys have even chocolate ice cream and a banana and put it with some milk in your...
Or peanut butter, too.
Oh, yum. You should try that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Seems like dessert.
Yeah, I guess it probably is just breakfasty stuff or dessert. It's not like you're going to make a banana taco.
You could.
Fried
Actually,
bananas.
you know what I used to do sometimes? This is going to seem weird. But I used to mix up chopped up banana with black beans.
Why?
I don't know, because I thought it was delicious.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not going to try that.
No, I'm not going to ask you to.
What'd you put on it?
I just sort of like
Were they
cooked them for a while.
Wait, you cooked the bananas with it?
No, I kind of just chopped them up and added it in. I know it sounds weird.
Well, maybe not.
Think about like plantains.
Yeah, but bananas don't taste like plantains to me.
No, they're very sweet.
Yeah. Huh. I might try it.
I don't know. It might just be one of those things that's like a guilty pleasure that I shouldn't have said out loud.
Don't worry, we're not judging you, banana bean lady. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I would eat with a banana. Really? Banana sandwich?
Banana Fostas?
Those have to be hard.
Yeah.
Ish. I don't know.
By the way, I have one last tip I was thinking for leftovers.
Yeah.
Which is if you really want them to be good, you got to heat them up the right way.
Totally can't always be microwaving that
I know.
shit.
Like sometimes you're just like, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm just going to microwave them. Or as my dad likes to say, gonna nuke them.
That's what my dad says.
Does he?
Yeah, totally. Put it in the nuker.
Oh, he said, I'm going to go nuke this. I'm like, nuking. Yummy. Why? But
Funny.
yeah, like I pretty much would never eat leftover fried things until I got an air fryer. And then everything's quite good.
I don't have an air fryer. We talked about that before.
I know. I don't think they're necessary, but they do help with leftovers.
But I like my toaster oven.
Yeah,
with
that works too.
Leftovers. Like pizza, I have to have it cold. Cold. Same with pasta, cold. Mm-hmm. Or it has to be heated thoroughly the way you made it. So like oven for the pizza, stovetop for the pasta. Not
with extra sauce added to it.
And probably some Parmesan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take the extra time to heat it up right.
Yeah.
And you will not be sorry.
Have you ever served leftovers when someone's come over?
Oh my God. Actually, I have a very embarrassing story about this.
You did to me, but
yeah. I mean,
I don't count.
I mean, I've eaten leftovers at your house 100 times.
I know. Like, hey, you want some of this? How about this?
Here's a story about like little baby Molly. Well, I was probably 16 or 17, and we had our volleyball banquet. Okay. And this is so like getting into my weird family dynamics, but of course my mom is out of town because she was a flight attendant. Yes. And my dad, who the hell knows where he is? My parents are coming to the banquet. And so I was supposed to bring something for the potluck. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have anything. So, of course, instead of just being like a normal person, being like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just one of like 40 people.
Yeah.
Who cares if I don't bring something? I took leftover spaghetti and I heated it up and I brought it to this potluck with like everyone's parents and our coaches. And I was like, just put it on the table and like backed away.
Did anybody eat it?
Yeah. And then every time I saw someone taking it, I was like, oh no.
I can't believe that.
I know, it's so bad.
Why didn't you just go to the store?
Well, I was kind of late. And, I mean, also, I was a teenager.
The deli? Ever heard of the deli?
Yeah, but like...
potato salad.
I know, but also I was like making $7 an hour.
Sorry, that's so funny.
I know, it's so embarrassing, but because my parents didn't care.
I wonder if anybody knows.
I don't know. I was just like, oh God.
Wait, who of your friends were on the volleyball team with you? Melissa?
Actually, you know who it was? Laura Sherber.
I'm going to ask her.
That's Kelly Lanesbury's sister.
That's so funny. I think she still plays volleyball.
She really does. She's really good. I got cut the next year. They're like, get rid of that bitch with her leftover spaghetti.
Oh my God, that's funny. So
bad.
don't do that with your leftovers.
No.
Or actually, you could kind of make a game of it.
Yeah, but don't.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay. Do you want to hear a listener question?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So by the way, if people want to submit a listener question, they can do so at amessinthekitchen.com or on Instagram at amessinthekitchen, Facebook, A Mess in the Kitchen Pod. And email amessinthekitchenpod@gmail.com, and then also our phone number, which is 612-930-2899, or I don't know why is this so awkward every time. It's just funny.
I think it's funny.
612-930-BUZZ. Okay, so we have a question from Paul.
Okay.
And he's asking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever I make rice, it always seems to taste overcooked when I follow the directions. Any reason why?
Probably overcooking it.
Well,
I know.
Okay.
Water. I think it's too much water.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what I did?
What?
I Googled it. Because, I don't really like rice.
That's weird because I think rice is really good. But that's true. You don't. You never took the white rice when we had Chinese food.
Here's why. Every time I eat it, I always imagine it just expanding like 10 times in my stomach, and then I just feel too full.
What about brown rice?
Same.
Quinoa?
I mean, I'll eat a little bit. I'll eat a little bit of rice, but like
fried rice.
I've never liked fried rice. I know.
What?
It's fine. I mean,
it's
I don't know.
So greasy and good.
I know. I mean,
that is the ultimate leftover.
It's great. Actually, rice is an amazing leftover.
Yeah, it's leftovers that you can have leftover
many times.
Leftovers. Yeah, so good.
I like a crispy rice. I also like wild rice, which isn't actually rice.
Crispy rice.
Yeah, if you like
Honey Smacks.
Yuck. No, that is the worst cereal.
No,
if you
not
like
the worst.
No, like you know how sometimes in
grape
Thai
nuts
food,
is kind of bad.
Oh, I kind of like it, even though it's like kitty litter,
and it gets stuck in your teeth.
I know.
It's even worse than milk duds.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but if you put rice out on a sheet pan or something and kind of toast it a little bit, so it's like toasted. Makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, but I did a little digging on the internet. Okay. Digging for like 30 seconds.
But who was the person? Was it somebody that you like trust, or was it just the first one that popped
there
up?
was a thing on mashed.com. I don't know.
Okay.
But they made a good point, which was, sometimes the recipes like rinse the rice.
Never. I've never rinsed it. Really?
Yeah, sometimes it says that.
Pasta, yeah. Really?
Wait,
rinse
pasta? You rinse a pasta before you cook it. So apparently a lot of times
I was totally thinking
I'm like,
you rinse it. It's gonna go through the little colander. Okay,
yes.
I got you.
So a lot of times it says rinse it, and it's just like, why? But
okay.
It's because a lot of times rice has extra starch in it, and then it just gets really like sticky and gets all glued together.
Oh.
So sometimes if it says rinse, sometimes you rinse it once or twice in like a mesh colander.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I did not think of that. When I was thinking of water I've made like in the rice cooker, how it's like 1/3 whatever you're making,
rice?
2/3, rice
water.
Or quinoa or whatever. 2/3 water. I have found that I cannot do that unless I cook it for like an hour because it is way too much water. And it always is like mealy. Ugh.
Yeah.
So I started doing less and less water every time, and it's gotten better.
Well, I think sometimes with the rice cooker, there's specific maybe rice cooker instructions.
Not the one you plug in. I'm talking about, so Mina, my friend from India, gave me a rice cooker that you can just put in the microwave.
Oh.
It's awesome. But I had to
Interesting.
figure out my formula.
Okay. Maybe we'll link to that.
It's a good one.
All right. I like that idea.
It really is.
Also, do you have any other good rice hacks?
No, just fried rice.
Oh, I like to do mine sometimes with stock or like broth instead of water.
Yeah, I agree with that. That makes it so much better. Yummy. Then it has flavor. Do you remember those packets when you were growing up? Actually, I'm a lot older than you, so you guys might not have had them. Now they're like Knorr, but they used to be like rice-a-roni and minute rice.
Oh, yeah.
Flavors.
College.
Yeah, it's like chicken.
Yes.
They were so good. I'm sure it was just full on MSG.
Oh,
but
yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
My mom used to make this thing with pork chops. It was like this brown rice-a-roni thing. And like some of it was yellow and some of it was brown. I don't know what it was.
Oh, was it like rice pilaf?
Kind of, but the yellow rice was like a noodle instead of a rice, and it was kind of mixed together. And then she put pork chops on the top of it. She used to make it in that black cast iron skillet, and then the rice would get really crispy on the edges.
Bottom. Ooh, that sounds good.
It was so good. I should have her make that for me someday.
Yeah, you should. Or at least
Been a
give me the
while.
recipe.
I'm sure it's on a box somewhere. I should just have. I gotta find the box.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyway,
She'll scan or fax it over to you or something.
mail.
Mail. Yeah, she'll mail you the box. Oh, I like that.
She will mail it. Definitely.
All right. Well, hopefully that just really brought everyone's rice game to a whole new level.
Good question, Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. And then next we got our cookbook club. Define dish.
Yeah.
We made, was it chorizo and chicken paella?
Paella. Yes.
All
Page.
right.
What was that page? I don't even know.
I don't know.
163, 148.
Well, just look up
Look up chicken.
chorizo and chicken paella.
Okay. Remember,
Yes.
you were going to do the links and I did the ground. So what did you think?
Of
the chorizo.
I got it was like a cured
link?
Spanish.
Yeah.
Chorizo. It was like a sausage that was in a U and looked like it could be hanging from like a place in a butcher shop or something in Italy.
Yeah.
Or Spain, I guess. Yeah. So so I don't think I've ever made regular paella.
I have made it before with my daughter for a Spanish project.
So
I just supervised.
Yeah, so when I think of paella, I always think of it having like a lot of seafood and stuff in it. So this one didn't have any seafood, which was sort of like, okay. And then also, what was my other big thing? Well, with this recipe, it was cauliflower rice instead of the traditional paella rice.
And did you rice it or did you cheat like I did? I cheated.
Okay, so here of course comes my first criticism of this recipe.
Okay.
So I bought cauliflower, and then she says in the recipe 4 cups cauliflower rice,
Not frozen.
not frozen. But then it doesn't have any instructions for making cauliflower rice.
Right. Typically in a cookbook, it will say, see page 14 or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know if it is anywhere else in the cookbook, but I feel like she probably should have, because I'm sure it's not the only recipe with cauliflower rice, put instructions in there. Because it is kind of like, there's different ways to do it. You can do it on a box grid, or you take like the different like little florets or whatever and do that. I know I don't want to do it because I just worry about my little knuckles.
I know.
So I used a food processor.
Oh yeah, you said that
with a grater kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of time consuming and sort of messy, but I just thought that was weird that wasn't included in the recipe. Steps for making that.
That's true. Because then I didn't think about it because I went the frozen route, even though she said not to. Then you have to go to the Googler and find it.
Yes. Which I did, and I've made it before, so I just was double checking my work. And then I thought the finished product was pretty good, though both Josh and I decided that the overwhelming flavor was the chorizo.
Definitely. And I bought ground chorizo, and I would say that mine wasn't. So I think that the best advice here is to cheat on all of it. No.
Oh.
Mine was so good.
Okay.
And it was super easy. It didn't even take 40 minutes. It's because I cheated on everything, but it was so good.
Okay.
The only thing I would do differently is I did cook the cauliflower rice before, and I don't think I needed to. I think maybe I just needed to thaw it out versus, like halfway.
It wasn't too wet?
No, it wasn't. Well, I cooked it.
Yeah, but
no,
it
wasn't.
It seems like it would kind of get like mushy or
it
something.
Sat there for a little bit, like I made it before. So no, but it was good.
Yeah,
this was one of my favorite ones. I mean, it tasted good, but I also didn't. I bought ground chorizo, the stuff that's not in the casing, and a lot of times the rings.
It said cured.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah,
I didn't do that. So it wasn't as strong of a flavor. I could really taste the saffron, and I love that flavor. So that was really good.
Yeah. I liked it. It was just definitely.
And the onion, very oniony.
Yeah, mine wasn't too oniony. It just tasted a lot like the chorizo.
Gotcha.
I did eat it as leftovers as well.
How about that?
It was good.
I didn't have any leftovers.
Oh, you didn't?
No, we had people over.
Oh, well, that's good. I just had, my ungrateful children who wouldn't touch it.
It's either pretty or really ugly, depending on what looks good to you.
Speaking of, how did it look compared to the picture?
Not like it at all.
I know. Same. When I was looking at the picture, even though it was in a book, I was trying to pinch out or, do the zoom in.
I know. And I didn't
obviously can't do that. But
I didn't take a picture of mine, and I should have. I told Beth, let me see it.
Oh, well, we'll
I
post
told
it.
Beth that I was going to start taking pictures of my stuff. I did take a picture of those ridiculously large burrito-like flauta things. That looks pretty.
It looked pretty. I'm just saying it didn't look like the picture.
The picture was way more red.
It was, and then also I couldn't see any of the meat in it.
Oh.
Which I was like, maybe it's not in there.
Maybe she ground it up.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Who knows?
I did like it. I would maybe make it again.
Yeah. I would make it again. At least cheating like I did. It didn't take very long compared to those other ones. Huh.
I know. All right. So we like that one. Okay. So we're going to do one last recipe from this book.
Yeah.
And then we're going to split up the season into 2 different cookbooks.
Ooh.
So the next recipe is weeknight lamb bolognese?
Yes.
Weekday lamb bolognese? Whatever.
Lamb bolognese. I don't know. It's going to be good.
Okay. Well, it better be.
I hope so.
I think it will.
I'm wondering, is it just lamb?
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it yet. Just
Me either.
Good.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
That'll be our next one.
What kind of pasta will you use? Not rice, I bet.
No. I don't know what I'll use. I mean, she usually has a suggestion. So whatever she says. That's on page 26. I think that's all I got.
That's definitely all I got.
Okay. Well, enjoy your leftovers. And thanks, everyone, for listening.
Call us.
At the buzz line.
Buzz.
Thank you for listening to A Mess in the Kitchen podcast. We're very impressed that you made it all the way to the end. You can learn more about our show at amessinthekitchen.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. A Mess in the Kitchen is a production of Matriarch Digital Media. Executive producer, Twyla Dang. Produced and edited by the lovely, wonderful Beth K. Gibbs. Production assistant, Mia Register. You can find more great podcasts from Matriarch Digital Media at matriarchdm.com. And until next time, here's to good enough cooking. Cheers.